What is up, my dudes? Cheap bastard talking to ya, and today we'll be testing the sexy looking AOC 27B1H 27-inch IPS 1920 by 1080 60Hz monitor. I bought this monitor from an online shop for just 130 euros, which what I thought was a good price, considering it has an IPS panel, which was my main motive for buying this monitor. The monitor came with a power supply, HDMI cable, the monitor, and a stand. The whole unboxing process was pretty straightforward, so nothing interesting there. Now let's go over a quick specs overview. It's a 27-inch monitor with an IPS panel, 16:9 aspect ratio, 9 millisecond response time, 1920 by 1080 resolution, 60 Hz refresh rate, and 200 nit brightness, basic stuff. And as for the ports, it has a VGA and an HDMI port along with a headphone jack. The positioning of these ports is just amazing, because I've never seen ports on a monitor with an easier access than these ones. The design. The monitor looks nice and big in my opinion. Here's a banana for a scale. And it has small bezels and looks very sleek. It also is very thin but not light, if you're looking forward to that, and the whole monitor doesn't have anything too special about it design wise, but there's something that makes it look like it fits on the desk. Let's start from the bottom up with the stand. It was very easy to assemble with just one single screw and zero tools required, but the stand itself isn't that good. It has barely any adjustability, with the only adjustable thing being tilt, which is not that impressive by any means, and it takes up a lot of space. But at least it looks good with its modern design. And unfortunately this monitor wouldn't withstand any earthquake at all, because a slight breeze would send it flying.
I'm here at Barry Island Beach and there's no sign to stop.
What about the UI, you may ask? To be honest, it is kinda slow and doesn't have too many features on it, but it still does the job like it's supposed to, and actually looks better than most other UIs from monitors that are more expensive. And now, let's address the most important part of every monitor, which is the screen. The colors are good, but not the ones you would expect from the more expensive panels, and the 200 nit brightness is enough for basic usage, but won't be enough for you if your address is the sun.
The sound it picks up is too deep for humans to hear.
The anti-glare technology is almost non-existent, cause you can easily see the RGB glare from the PC. At least the viewing angles are half decent. While gaming and doing basic tasks, the input lag is not noticeable, even when playing CSGO, but the resolution and refresh rate aren't the best, especially if you come from 144Hz or 1440p monitor. But AAA games run nicely and look good because of the IPS panel. Also, ghosting isn't too noticeable, and overall, imagine a generic 1080p 60Hz monitor, but the one with a bigger screen and with nicer colors. That's what this monitor really is in a nutshell. So, let's conclude everything, starting with the cons. The stand is pretty bad and has barely any adjustments, anti-glare hardly works, the UI doesn't have enough settings, the screen could be brighter. As for the pros, it has an IPS panel with good colors, 27-inch screen, very cheap price, 3-year warranty, and the design is pretty sleek. And that sums up this AOC 27-inch IPS monitor. Personally, I do like this monitor for the price, but it is worth saving a bit more to get a higher resolution or refresh rate monitor, in my opinion. Subscribe to get a baguette. And don't forget to stay cheap, my dudes. Cheap bastard out.
I don't believe it, but I actually caught one. This delicacy